So today's webinar, we're covering the Traction mobile app, specifically the field records, which is a newer feature of the mobile app. What you see here is a table here of where that's going to impact today. So we're going to be covering the field records of the mobile app. Now the mobile app does work with Traction Basic. So Traction Basic, you can do some basic checkbook register kind of thing, see your balances, and you can do that on your phone as well. But today's webinar, we're specifically going to be covering the field records part of it. So if you plan on using the field records on the Traction mobile app, you'll have to have Traction Plus or Traction Pro, because specifically those two um, tiers of software, they have the field records part of it, where Traction Basic does not. So I just want to kind of get that out there at the very beginning here to kind of set the tone here for those who have just Traction Basic. The things that we show you today, you won't be able to do. So we have Tyler Postman. He is our product manager in this space of field record keeping, and he's going to be going through the phone app and sharing the screen with that. Show you how to activate we're going to be really showing you the beta features that was released recently. So he's going to show you how to unlock that. If you haven't done that yet, he's going to kind of go through that and explain how that works, and really just kind of show you some getting started kind of things, some tips and tricks, and really how to use the app for doing field records. And I think he's going to, at the very end, kind of, well, maybe not the very end, but throughout today's webinar, kind of show you the things that are coming down the pipeline, things that maybe aren't released today in the beta, but things that are very close to being released. So you can kind of prepare yourself for these new features within the mobile app. I think that's pretty exciting that Tyler's going to do that today. And then really kind of give you an understanding of when this is going to be really a fully released in terms of no longer a beta label on it. So he's going to kind of give you a bit of an idea of what that looks like moving forward here in the coming weeks. So with that said, I will let Tyler take it over here and let you kind of deep dive into the mobile app.
All right. Yeah, it's awesome to see a good turnout. So I'll start with showing you how you can enable this. So you can get the new mobile app on either the Android store or the Apple store. And when you sign in, if you click on your profile in the top left, you can see this experimental features toggle. And as you can see, I have that enabled. If you turn that on, that's going to give you access to the beta, which is the field records. Most of these things are in there today, and some of these things will be shown or they'll be available in hopefully a week or two. I'll kind of walk through that as I'm going through it, what you'll see today or not. So on the bottom here, we have wallet, the way we had it before. And then here's the new field records. Right now is a list of my previous field records. So this is going to sync with your account. So anything existing you have for the year created will show up here. When and just as I'm walking through this, the numbers, this is a test account. And so they're going to be a little high or low, depending on the scenario, just from the testing. So you can probably ignore the actual numbers, but it functions the same. When you hit the plus button, which is in the bottom right, the first selection is your fields. Right here at the top, we have nearby fields. And so this is going to show the 5 fields closest to me. So as you do this in the field, it should always be the first couple listed there. It should help you're able to search and do anything there as well. When that is not available right now in the beta, it'll be an existing field list. It should be coming out pretty soon, and that will help quite a bit there. So I'll select a field here. I'll walk through what's listed below. First, I'll start with the ticket. So I'll select application. Harvest is not out today. It is something that we're developing and will be out later this year. We started with the 3 that will be needed. So clicking into here application, at the top we have activity acres and duration. The main goal here is to get accurate activity acres and time. This will flow down to the rest of the form and kind of autofill with your inputs, your equipment, all that sort of stuff. The idea being that you're entering what's in your GPS, however you're tracking that. The default is the field crop zone, and you can edit that easily. For duration, we have a drop down, so it can be pretty quick. Say we're spraying, it's only an hour, and these are increments of 5. You can go into it and edit the time if you want. Start and end time is collapsed by default, and the logic here is it takes the current time as the end time, and it subtracts the hour and 5 minutes in this case to come up with the start time. You're able to edit these and do everything. We found that a lot of people were mostly interested in duration, and having a somewhat accurate start end time here was sufficient. Going to inputs here, we're going to see chemical and fertilizer on the top, being that is a spraying application or just an application type. With seeding record, you can see the addition of seeding record. So I'll go ahead and add something there. You can edit your rate. So if I put 0.75, if you edit your total gallons, it's going to switch your rate to match that. Then for adding equipment, if you have it set up as a default cost for acres, if you have it set up for hours, it's going to pull whatever you're using there. So you can see here the 86 acres is pulling from the top. And then for personnel, you can add, you're able to add multiple equipment, same as on the web. And then at the bottom here, we have the details. When I expand it, we can enter temperature, wind speed, direction. Notes, we can put what we want, and I'll show you how that shows up. So I'm gonna go ahead and save it, and we have the record right here. So if we have a note, it's listed on the bottom of the record. If there's no note, then there's nothing listed there. The really cool thing, once you enter your record, is we show you the summary, and this shows you the cost. So it'll break down equipment. If there's multiple inputs, or multiple for any category, it'll list them all, and then at the top have a summary, but it gives you a breakdown of that record, kind of a detailed view. So this should show you right away if maybe something got entered wrong, just give you information on what happened, all of that sort of stuff. So now if I click on creating a new record for a new field, and I select a different field, at the top here, I can copy from my recent activity. I'm able to filter it by type. So say you're hopping between the sprayer or the planter. If I select it, now it's going to autofill. So everything here is filled out from what I had it before. If I just update my acres and my duration, then it's going to adjust everything below here. If I need to make adjustments, I can, and then I can just hit save, and we'll see it here. So the big benefit of doing it this way is that you can enter records pretty quickly. If you're, say, spraying multiple fields, then you can just copy that existing record. That history, as I select a record, you can go back and enter those records. So a couple of days later, you can come back, restart the activity, you can filter it, and that sort of thing. So we don't support tank mixes today, but say you have set up your products properly for your sprayer in here, you could go back and copy that record, and so it should be a lot quicker than making existing records. I'll stop here and see if there's any questions on the process of creating a ticket.
Yeah, Tyler, we do have a question. So if you are entering data from John Deere Operations Center, will you be able
Hmm.
to view all those applications that have been uploaded to in this area?
Um, you'll be able to view all of the field records that are listed today in the web. Um, so
So if
yeah,
she completed those, approved them in the web application, she did that step, or even on the phone here, because I know the mobile
yeah,
app has that functionality of the import queue. If she goes through and actually approves those John Deere tasks, they would appear in here at that point, right? As a history.
yes, yeah, they should. Yeah,
Okay.
awesome. All right. So continue on. You can here as well filter between previous years and that sort of thing. So a lot of that is existing today. Another thing I'll show you that is upcoming is there's a select button in the top right corner here, and that will allow me to select multiple zones at a time. And so this home field, as you can see, I have barley and wheat on the field. Half of it is with each. Say I'm going to do a tillage on that field, and I'm going to do the field together. I can enter that as a single ticket. You can see here the activity acres per zone is split out by default. If I did it twice for some reason, you can see that it updates. If I adjust this down, it's going to update the total. And so it keeps the proportions. And what this is doing is if I have them set as the same acres, it's going to split the ticket in half and create two separate records. But it's going to keep that percent portion. So if I put in 10 hours and add equipment, then we can see here we created two different tickets. So this has been a request, especially for spraying and different things where we know the total that we've applied, and we went maybe across a couple of different fields. Yeah, or if you apply a spraying application or a tillage or something that is across multiple fields. So that is not available today in the beta, but will be coming out shortly. The next thing is we've added this field spend, and so today we have a record. When you create that record, you can see the cost, and so this is sort of the roll up of that. So it's going to put everything together into that field. So we split out into each crop zone in the field records here, but the field spend will roll that up at the field level. So if I select home, which I have two different crops set up on, right now it's on all, and it's going to add all of the inputs that I've applied there, all of the equipment, the personnel. The other cool thing is here's our activity. And so it'll show you sequentially all the tickets that have happened. Obviously, you see records don't quite make sense here as test, but I can select any of these records, and it's going to pull up that existing record the same way that I showed after we created that ticket, and you can kind of dive in and see what's going on there. So this is useful if you're, say, in the field with a chemical rep and he has a question about when you sprayed a field and that sort of thing, you can very quickly pull it up, and you can see what happened there. With a field that has different crops, you can select the crop and it'll filter everything. We can see barley seed there. If I go to wheat, it's not going to be there. The other interesting and cool thing is this acre cost can be selected by field or by the activity. And so depending how you want to do that calculation, if your acre cost, and that's in the toggle here at the top, uh, if you do it by field, it's going to divide it by the area of that field. So say you did round up twice, that cost per acre is going to be divided by, say, you did 320 acres by the 160 acres. If you set it up as activity, then it's just going to take here the acres listed on the product divided by the total cost. So it depends how you want to see that, and we'll save that toggle selection. And then on the top, we can see our total, and this is going to summarize all of the fields together, um, and break it down for you there. And I'll stop and see if there's any questions on that.
Yeah, thanks, Tyler. So we had another question regarding the field spend. Um, Obviously, this is not available in the beta yet, so
Mhm.
this is something that is coming soon. Do you have an idea when that would be coming down the pipeline for the beta users?
Uh, yes, we hope to release this in the next week or two. So that update will include the field spend, the GPS location for fields, showing the nearby fields, and then the multi field selection, creating multiple tickets at one time.
Okay, great. And I had another follow-up question on that. Can you view this field spend on the web version too?
Yeah, so the field profit center report will give you a similar cost view. It will show you some of your other expenses and allocations that are not shown in this report. This field spend is only a summary of your activities that you have in your account, and not say allocations and that sort of thing. One difference is we do show labor, whereas the field profit center does not show labor today on that report, but they are similar. And all of this data flows into the web the same way that it does today.
Good deal. Yeah, thank you. Any other
And then,
questions for Tyler? Yeah.
yeah, I'll just give another update of where we hope to go. Right now, you can edit a record before it's saved to the cloud. I should also mention we do have offline support, so you can be out of service, create a bunch of records. When you come back in service, we will upload those records. One change we're hoping to make, and this is a little farther out, would be the ability to edit records for your account, historical records. Today, once you've created a record, you'll have to go to your account and change it on the web. The other thing to note is today we don't have roles and permissions. It's something that we're working on, and again, is a future update. But today, anyone with access to this will be able to view wallet and see financials there. And so that's something to know. In the future, we have an operator role planned where you would not see the wallet app and that sort of thing. And we'll have it outlined exactly what each role entails, but it'll allow them to enter records and such without seeing some of those costs.
Yeah, I had a few more questions here, Tyler. Yeah, appreciate everyone typing questions in here. So we had a question about where do you enter acres if you applied partial acres in a field?
Yeah, awesome question. So if I go and create a new record, it's the activity acres on the top. So right now it's going to default to the field acres that you have set up, the area of that field. So you can enter a smaller amount if you're doing that. The other thing here is we're showing you your inventory on the right. If you wonder what those numbers are, I will show you if it's negative. One advantage of that is, say you have chemical on your chemical trailer, and you're not sure what's in your inventory at home. This can kind of give you a heads up of, hey, we loaded all the Roundup, um, and maybe we need to order more, for example. But here's an area as well. So if I add a second input here, they're listed here, and I can reduce one to however many acres each input is. And so you're able to enter the acres to be according to whatever application. Hopefully that answers it.
Yeah. Um, a couple of questions here. Where do we find the mobile app? What do I search for on the Apple Store or the Google Play Store? Like, where do I go to find this, or what do I type in to search for it?
Yeah, so you can just search for Traction Mobile. The app, the logo is here on the bottom where it says beta. It has our the gear icon with the check mark. It won't say beta in the App Store, but yeah, that's how you could get the app.
Yep. And if they don't have it yet on their phone, they'll have to look for Traction Mobile, download it on their phone, and then turn on this beta feature, right?
Correct. Yeah.
That'd be the
So
next
when
step.
they log in, you click on the profile in the top left, and it's this experimental features toggle. So clicking that will give you the field records. Today, you would have wallet, but it wouldn't show field records. You won't have field spend as it's not released yet, but yeah, it's pretty quick to enable it.
Yep, that's good. That's just a good reminder for people who don't have it on their phone yet. Um, so yeah, just another, I guess, comment here. So if you are uploading from John Deere Operations Center, you would not want to manually enter anything that would upload from John Deere Ops, or it would be duplicated, right?
Yeah, that is correct. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. If some of your machines are through John Deere, those machines I would not enter records if you're confident they're going to come in and you're going to link them. And then for other machines, I would enter manually.
Yep. Yep. That's just a good question there. Just again, I know we mentioned that a few times, but just make sure, yeah, we're not trying to duplicate anything here. I think this is just a great tool to use on your phone if you've got field workers out there that you know that don't have John Deere or Climate Field View. You're not really recording through those other platforms, and you're not tying that into Traction. This is just a great way to do some manual data entry on the fly, or maybe you just want to look at some historical information on the go on your phone. So I think this is just a great tool that would serve a couple of purposes for you. Um, yeah, when you do some searching on the Apple Store or Google Play Store, we do have other Traction apps up there. So there's a question about, so what is Traction Enterprise? What is Traction Field? Well, to make a long story short, those are other apps for other types of things that we're doing in other platforms. The Traction Enterprise is really if you have the granular business, the older granular business platform, that's the app that's tied to that. And Traction Field is really an agronomy app that we created years ago for soil sampling. So that would be the difference. So you really don't want either of those unless you're using those specific platforms that we offer. But yeah, Traction Mobile is going to be what you want to look for when you go start searching on these stores. You are welcome. Thank you for the questions. Um, had a comment or question. Why can't we have dollars with the quantities of all the products on the inputs applied report? And I think he's specifically talking about the web application. That's a good idea
Yeah,
there. Yeah.
yeah. I'll write it down as feedback. Yeah, we have a lot of things going on right now. We Some of the stuff you can, yeah, will be probably easier to view for now from mobile, and we'll evaluate which reports and such that we update within the web. It was something that we could easily do while we were adding field records, and so we like to do that. So any feedback feel free to send them in, and we'll collect that all together.
Yeah, thanks, David, for that question. All right. Any other areas, Tyler, that you wanted to cover this morning?
I think for showing, that was everything I wanted to walk through. We are seeing it's pretty quick to enter a record, a minute and a half or less, especially if you're copying from a previous record. And so we're seeing a lot of people. We have some in the beta that are using it heavily, and it works well. Normally at the end of your application to enter it. We've had a lot of people enjoying that. Once you're done your activity, you just take the minute and a half, enter it, and your record is good now. There's no uh, work at the end of the day. We really tried to make it accurate and to streamline it, and that's why activity occurs are at the top, and duration is really quick to enter in intervals of 5 minutes, and that's to help your inventory be accurate and your cost. And so, yeah, what we were trying to achieve here was something that would be accurate, but also easy and quick to do. And so it's not cumbersome for employees. And so far, that's been received well, and the people using it.
We've had this beta out for a couple of months, right? It's been a slow, it's been a
Yeah.
slow release. We've been wanting just to get feedback, not really do a hard release on this quite yet because we just weren't quite ready for that step. But we do appreciate for those who have used it and given us some feedback on it. We really do thank you for that. Um, and as we said earlier, this is still beta. So we're not doing any sort of like big time promotion around this quite yet. We're not quite ready, but we are working toward that every day that goes by. We're getting closer to doing a full blown, release of this, and we'll strip away the beta tab, the label on it. And so we're getting very excited about it. But in the meantime, we'd love to have you all just get it on your phone and give us some feedback. Um, do some things with it. And so if they have any questions on this or have they find something an issue, how do they reach out to you, Tyler?
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I was gonna just touch on that. When you click on the icon in the top left, there's a send feedback here. Um, and it just pulls up this simple form, and you can send that, and we'll get it. The other way is you can email me or reach out to any support, and they can get in contact with me uh, and other members of the mobile team. And so, yeah, different ways you can do that. But yeah, feel free as you're working through this to provide any feedback and questions. We try and be very responsive and fix any issues that come up quickly and that sort of thing. And so it's a blessing to have the beta been going good, and we've been getting a lot of good feedback, which has allowed us to refine it very quickly, and we'd like to continue to do so. So yeah, any feedback that you guys have, even if it's something that we can't do today, it's good to hear and to know and help guide us as we build this out.
Yeah, very good. Any last questions for Tyler? You can unmute yourself as well if you got questions.
Just a quick question. Do you have that? I mean, I just probably wasn't paying attention, but if you have John Deere Op Center, do we just go in there and confirm those? The personnel, the equipment, the products, the inputs. So if we do that,
Uh,
we don't need to do this. Is that correct?
Yes, yeah, that's correct. So in the mobile app, there's the import queue there as well.
Okay.
And so you can go through there and add and yeah, get those records completed, similar to how you can do it on the web.
Okay. So that just we do one or the other. We don't do both. You're saying, but
Correct. The scenario where you might do both is if a machine doesn't have a connection to John Deere.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had another question here, Tyler, about crop years. You know, as you
Mhm.
use traction, you have to set your crop year, or it's also known as the crop zone, on the web application, and that way you can start really doing any sort of field record on the web application. You have to set your crop on the field. How can
Yes.
you how can you do it on the mobile app if you did not do that step, or if you changed crops and you need to make a switch to a different crop on that field on the phone? Is that possible
Yes.
yet?
Yeah, let me. Yeah, so you can do it on the web as you can today. The other way is to find the. I'll share again here, and we can walk through it.
It's an excellent question.
Yes. Okay. So in this view, when you hit the plus button, you are able to remove the year filter here, and this will give me all of my fields. Unfortunately, all of mine in this account right now have crop years attached, but you are then able to see fields that do not have a crop zone attached. So you can see under each field, it's listed when I have a field crop zone. If I select a field that does not have one, I can then go and create that field crop zone. So it is not quite hidden, but like by default, we filter by the year. It's not going to show up in that filter if it doesn't have a field crop zone. But yeah, you just remove it, and then you can add that, and then you can go and create a record. So you don't have to go to the web to add that field crop zone. Um, you can do it from here.
As far as changing the crop, if it was like that my field updated field has got corn in
Hmm.
it, if it changed to beans,
You'd have to go to the web today.
okay,
Also, if you add a second crop to the field, you'd have to go to the web today. We're showing it within fields that do not have any on there. You could also, from the import queue, uh, add a field crop zone. You have that ability today as well. Yeah.
yep, okay. Well, these are things that I know they're probably on your roadmap, something to consider down the road, and this
Hmm.
is our first crack at it, so it'll keep getting better, I'm sure. Good
Yes.
question. Yeah. Okay. So we do have a comment here about the phone app from the developer. If you're using Apple, iOS 16 minimum is must be required. Is that right?
Yep.
And what about adding a new field? If a field has not been set up yet on the web application, can you do it on the phone?
Not today. No.
Okay.
Yeah, we with where we were delivering this, partly being in season, we were prioritizing the process I've walked through. There is some gaps in kind of the setup, and so as you guys have feedback on that, feel free to pass it on. Um, I think most people will have most crop zones and such set up just as they've been in the field already. Um, but yeah, we're looking to do more and more on mobile that you're not having to go to the web to manage any of these sort of things.
Good. Yeah, lots of questions, lots of comments. This has been great today. So there was an apology about not using the Q&A to type questions, and that's fine. You can use the chat, use the Q&A. We're just trying to read these questions out loud. So yeah, the Q&A, I believe you can read my answers when I type them in. That would be the only difference of using the Q&A versus the webinar chat button. The chat goes directly to myself and Tyler. But no, I really encourage this. This is fantastic. Great questions. Um, Tyler, you have a lot here. I know a lot of feedback just from today. I know we're kind of getting past time here. I will go ahead and share my screen, and just kind of wrap things up here. Good deal. You can see my screen?
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to be doing this presentation next week. So on Tuesday, June 16th, we actually have a unique time. It's in the afternoon. I believe it's 2 o'clock, if I remember right. But we're actually doing a repeat on this webinar for those who want to do a live session, but can't do it early morning. So we're going to do a little bit of a repeat on this one. We're going to have Tyler as well again, kind of walk through this. And yeah, appreciate your time today, Tyler, helping us out. And then after June 16th, we have a couple other webinars coming up. The June 26th is kind of interesting because it involves your bookkeeper and working with your accountant. And so we'll have somebody, a special guest with us on that one that works with farmers and how they leverage traction to help their farmers. And I think it's just interesting hearing that from a farmer perspective, how that relationship works and how we really help you with that with traction. And then July 8th, we have a really nice one that involves John Deere data. So keep talking about John Deere and how we can leverage that data to create invoices. So we can do a streamlined workflow from the field, tie it to a land agreement, and then kick it over into an invoice. And that way you can do some invoicing to your landlords. So beyond that, it's going to be wide open for other topics. So if you have other suggestions for topics, we'd love to hear them. We appreciate your time. Like I said, we'll look to get the recording out to you here shortly. And again, Tyler, appreciate you helping us out.
Yeah, thanks everyone
Thanks,
for your
Tom.
time. And if
Yeah.
there's any other questions that you have as you think about this more, feel free to send them on.
Yep. And thanks, Tom, for that comment. And again, appreciate you all for joining the meeting today. So look forward to seeing you in the future. Thank you.